What's up guys, this is a quick tutorial on how to fix the cbet lines on the Death Star HUD when playing on PokerStars. The issue is PokerStars don't allow dynamic stats, and Hansnote decided to code the software to just not show those lines at all. In the past it just showed everything that had a display setting. Now they've decided to change it to show nothing, which is not very helpful if you're trying to use the cbet lines on the Death Star HUD. So here's what we have to do. We have to go into HUD editor. We have to find the version of the Death Star we are using. So we're either going to be using the main Death Star or we're going to be using the multi-panel Death Star. So feel free to switch depending on which one you're using. Let's assume we're going to be using the main Death Star. Now I've already done this, so you're not going to see exactly how it's going to work. We're interested in this part here where it says display conditions. Now we have two settings that we need to untoggle. The first of all is position. Position to hero post flop. We have to make sure that that's set to doesn't matter. If it's still set to in position or out of position, that's a display condition and it's been coded not to show at all. So make sure that's set to doesn't matter. Next, we need to go and make sure that all of these positions are set. Now, when Hansnote added the straddle feature, it seems that it is unchecked by default on certain stats with display conditions. Again, not very helpful. What we have to do is make sure we set all of these positions to be highlighted in green. And don't forget this step, we then need to switch over to heroes. So the idea is we might fix everything on players and set all the display conditions back to highlighted in green, as is their default. But as you can see, hero setting still missing that straddle option. So make sure you go and click on hero, make sure both players and heroes have all of the display conditions reset. You need to do this for both of the cbet lines. So we have one being in position, we have the lower one being out of position. Make sure you reset the display conditions on all of these stats. It's not too difficult, but if you don't do it right, then the HUD's still not going to work. You do not need to clear and rebuild stats afterwards. All you have to do once you've reset the display conditions is simply click save in the top right, then your HUD will work on stars. The way it will work is it will show both lines at the same time. Now what that means is you're going to have quite a chunky HUD if you're playing on stars. It might be too big for some of you. That is exactly why we have the multi-panel HUD. So if I just go to the Death Star multi-panel, you can see it's split down into three sections. What that allows us to do is to arrange different HUD panels in their separate segments so that they take up less space on the table. We make sure we don't conceal important information such as the button, chip stacks, etc.